What's up guys, Javen here with Tech Unit, and it is that time of year again. It's time for the back to school tech. So this is a list of some of the coolest back to school tech that I like to use when I'm in class or just for being around school, because I know that takes a big chunk of the day. So first of all, we have the MacBook Pro 2015 edition. This is the 13-inch model with 500 gigs of internal storage. It's got an SD card slot, HDMI, 2 USB 3.0 ports, and this thing is pretty fast. It's got i5 processor, and it's been pretty fast, and I've been using it for the past year, and I have no problem with it. The battery life lasts pretty much all day if you're not doing heavy video editing or something like that, but for more normal tasks, it can last pretty much all day. Of course, you could use it somewhat as a battery to charge your devices as well. Also, to go along with that, I have the iPad Pro 9.7 inch. This one is the 32 gigabyte model. And this thing I love because it has become my number one media consumption device. I watch lots of movies on it. I take lots of notes on it. It's just become an all-around device that basically supersedes as my laptop when there's not a time to have a laptop. Once again, it has that all-day battery life that I love, and it'll last me a whole day without needing to charge it, and that's with some pretty decent use. Of course, you could listen to it with headphones, but the sound quality on this thing for speakers is absolutely amazing. Also, to go along with that iPad, we have the Smart Connector case. What's really cool about this is that it adds that physical keyboard layer to your iPad, so you get that clicky, tactile sensation when you're typing, and it draws its power from the iPad itself using the 3 Smart Connector pins the iPad has built into it. So you draw battery life, so it doesn't need its own battery life, and that's one thing less to charge. Now, typing on this, I've typed on it for full days, and it feels pretty good. It feels like you're typing on a pretty regular keyboard. You feel the clicks underneath, and it has the full range of keyboard keys that you would need to do any sort of note-taking. So to power this all up, we also got a couple batteries. This one being a little bit heavier, more expensive one. This one's a 20,000 milliamp hour battery by RAV Power. What's cool about this one is not only does it have a lot of juice, but it's also got a lot of features. So if we take a look at the ports, it's got a USB Type-C port, it's got Quick Charge 3.0, and it's got an iSmart charger. That's probably for iDevices like your iPad, but the Quick Charge really impressed me on this. It's also got a handy LED lighting strip for when you need to find out how much power it has in it. So this battery will charge your phone, it'll charge your iPads, pretty much any device that you might need. You can charge that multiple times, not just a few times. But this is a little bit expensive, so if you're on a budget, you can always go with one of my favorite batteries that you can get for only about $10, and that's by Kamashi. It's 10,000 milliamps, so you can get a good couple uses out of it with your phone, and it's pretty small and portable, and for the price, you can't beat it. It has a really nice form factor, and it has 2 USB ports on it. One of them is more powerful than the other, but you could still nonetheless charge 2 devices. It's got an LED indicator that lets you know how much charging it has, and it usually lasts for a while. Now this next item is something that's a little bit weird. It's a fan, a lightning fan. It's pretty inexpensive. It's kind of just a neat little thing to have. Sometimes it gets hot, and you could plug it right into your phone or your iPad, and it can cool you down while you're sitting there in maybe some heat. But nonetheless, this is a cool little thing that you can always throw in your bag and keep you cool on those days when it's really hot. So we put all this tech in a bag, and the bag I choose to use is by the brand Ogio. This bag has gotten me through a lot of times. It has so many useful pockets and things like that I've always used on the go. It's got a really nice feel to it. It's built really solid, and they have just a way of making their backpacks that don't make them feel cumbersome. Like I said, it has a lot of pockets, and I even added my own little style points with that flux capacitor. So the straps are very comfortable. You can wear them easily all day, and it's a mesh material that won't get too hot when it's hot outside. So it's pretty comfortable and it breathes pretty easily. Has a front pouch for just smaller items, and then the secondary pouch for pens, pencils, maybe some gadgets. And then it has two main pouches, and the main pouch also has a couple laptop and tablet sleeves, so you can put a laptop in the bigger compartment and then maybe a tablet in the smaller one. So this is probably one of my favorite backpacks that I've ever used in my experiences. But if you want to go with that classic look, you can go with a traditional JanSport backpack, also the official backpack of Spider-Man, and the same backpack that I used when I was in high school. So if you're into that, go for it. So this about wraps up this video. If you like this video, feel free to give it a like, and hopefully you found some cool back to school tech that you can use this year to combat the forces of the school year. This has been Javen with Tech Unit, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.